Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more EU for Relentless Push East. So we have gone ahead and attacked Denmark of all people because we want to sneak a new fancy vessel out over here and solidify a little bit of extra trade power in the region. As, we can't quite head east as fast as we would want. By the way, we have our allies Sweden and Poland being our frontline defense, which is fantastic. And their subjects are taking down Hungary, and we're working with our allies on Brandenburg. Well, we clean up a few issues here and there. So let's go ahead and get time up and rolling. That was, not a very bad beginning to a war. We haven't had many wars. Hungary is taking back a couple of their provinces. That's nothing to be too surprised at. They do have 27,000 troops, but they have fairly limited manpower, and realistically, I don't see it going too well for them, especially as we start taking out allies one step at a time. So it looks like our friends did take Brandenburg's Berlin, so that is very good, and we have a 14% chance, so that'll be fine. Oh, we've just completed an agenda, so that's some free base production. That is fantastic. Alright, Brandenburg, you know what? Let's start working towards a peace agreement with you. We're already at 43%. So first of all, let's begin with... we could make them become a vassal. No, the answer is no, we're not going to do that. As funny as that could be, I think what we're going to go for is maybe some war reparations. That'll be particularly nice. Let's also go for a little bit of cash. You know what, that's not too many reasons off. And we would gain only 26 ducats. You know what, maybe the money's not worth it. Maybe we go for war reparations and not much else. Let's actually, you know what, no, we still need plenty of prestige. We're only at a grand total of 7. So let's go for... steer trade. Yeah, you know what, let's go for that. That seems relatively good. That'll give us some extra power, or some extra money as well. And then, we'll see the rest as that goes. Hungary, let's go ahead and sue for peace with you as well. Not that we can do that just yet, but again, just preemptively. We'll take the war reparations, and I think we'll also go for maybe some steering of the trade. Yeah, I think that should be what we go for if we can. Alright, so it's just a matter of... making some progress. So we do have a little bit of siege bonuses with our spy network. We are probably using a few too many troops here on this siege. Yeah, this is, we only need 6,000 troops. Let's go ahead and recall a couple of regiments. That'll be sufficient. Let's bring you back there. Again, we don't really need the attrition at the moment, so... Actually, you know what? Let's just move one province over, just in case they try any funny shenanigans and try and fight us off that siege. We can come back and reinforce nice and safely. But again, yeah, we want to minimize our attrition. Even though we do have good manpower, we do need to be conscientious of such things. That'll help us out. Hence why we have split 9,000 troops here to take this siege, while leaving another 16 just to chill out for a bit. In fact, you know what? Maybe we could work our way around. How many troops have you guys got? 7,000? You know what? It is in the mountains, though. You know what? Let's just play it safe. We'll hang out. Just in case they can rally all of their troops, I'd rather have reinforcements available. That would be the smarter choice out of everything. So we'll leave that. Poland, yeah, 14%. That's not bad as far as all of that's concerned. Oh, and speaking of the 7,000 troops, are you guys heading up? No. No, it looks like they're smart enough to know that we have our army on standby as reinforcements. We will let them run away. That is perfectly fine. Alright, so let's see. How else are we doing? 60%? Oh, looks like troops are coming on in. Let's march on in. Does look like they'll be attacking. This is into forest, which will be defensive for them. We will outnumber. We'll just have to take this fight and see how it goes. We'll be arriving in 2 days. we should be able to hold out. And let's have a look at these numbers. So we have a full front line. They do not. We have more in our back line with our cannons as well. Yeah, these guys are going to get into a whole heap of trouble. They do have better discipline, better morale, and better tactics. Huh. You know what? I have to ask. They are on military tech 8? Wait a second. What are we on? We should double check that. We're on tech 8. Okay, so they have some better technology than us. That is not ideal, but we do outnumber them. That is, at the end of the day, the Russian way, so we'll run with that. They run away. That gives us some extra war score. That is fantastic. We'll stick by for a month. I know we'll take more attrition, but again, we want our morale to tick up, and we probably need to make sure that we are nice and safe. These guys are Horde separatists. Oh, bother. They're going to get some... They're going to get some separatism. That is not ideal. Okay, so we need to fix that. We do have that fort hanging out, but I think they're going to move over here as well. Although... Yeah, Great Horde, core provinces. Yeah, we can't go ahead and deal with that just yet. Okay, that's unfortunate. If we can clear up one of these sieges quickly, we'll zip over. And we'll deal with what we can, but I don't know how quick that's going to be. Alright, and that is another battle. It looks like they maybe marched a one stack through. Probably not the smartest of ideas. Yeah, Hungary's trying to rally some troops there. They're taking out some of our smaller numbers, but we did get our siege. That is excellent. Let's go ahead and merge our troops. Let's zip up into New Brandenburg. That'll be fine. And then I think, yeah, we might be able to piece these out of the war. So let's sue for peace. We need... Okay, maybe we're asking a little bit too much with the steering trade. Let's go for the transfer instead. That'll be sufficient. And then we can take a couple of... what else do we want? Most of these things are a little bit expensive for our liking. Yeah, maybe a little bit of cash, just to make sure that they know what not to do. Alright, so that'll mean let's get rid of our our spy. We send these guys, we'll quickly race them back to prevent any more separatism. Yeah, unfortunately we have to get away from the front line so quickly. Oh, and it looks like we've taken on a battle that I didn't want to take. I should have checked a little bit more carefully. Alright, now this isn't ideal. I don't think we have as strong regiments as I'd prefer. I would have liked to consolidate them, but it looks like we have to take this fight. It's going to be fairly close, but they're not reinforcing, so I think they're going to lose out. Come on. We did squeak out a victory. Oh, that is very, very good. Now, we did manage to lose a lot less troops than they did, which is fantastic. But yeah, if we had been able to consolidate our front lines, we could have avoided some of those losses. Let's go. Yeah, you are heading all the way back out over here. That is A-okay. We'll just baby this for a little while. Check that no battles are to take place, because we do need to avoid that if at all possible. We do have our people outside of the nation, which is good. We're going to let Poland move on as well. You know what? You're about to squish Denmark, it seems. But you know what? Before we black flag these guys, we're going to let them take that fight. And it does look like they're in pretty poor spirit, so that should be a victory for our side. Come on, let's go and get that. Alright, they've broken up. That is excellent. Let's see. Poland, you are heading... Oh no, that's Brandenburg. Poland, you're heading down south. Okay, that's alright. We'll let them get out of that territory. That'll be on the 27th. They are gone, and now we'll go ahead and peace out, just so we don't black flag our allies. That wouldn't be as beneficial to us. Now, you know what? Seeing that, maybe we don't go for the money. If we do go ahead and take some, we will gain... Yeah, only a quarter, so I think we'd rather farm the prestige instead. Let's go ahead and fix the... let's get rid of the military access. No, that won't do it. Alright, then fine. Let's just go ahead and take some cash. Any cash is better than none. Say goodbye to you from this little war. And that will do fine. Alright, so that's only 6% lost overall. That's still fairly good. That does mean that these guys have 13,000 troops. Yep, almost no reinforcements. They're also in a really bad way. And we're almost through that fort up over here. So that'll help us out. Yeah, they have next to no troops. Perm is helping out. That is really good. Yeah, we have not much to worry about outside of their navy. By the way, let's go ahead and keep on marching our way to deal with all of this. I hope that fort stops any separatism, but we're not going to get there in time, which is just a little bit sad. I would have preferred to have been able to get that down nice and low. Yeah, 10 years of separatism, that's going to take a while. Let's see. So, unrest. Separatism is at 22. They do have a recent uprising modifier, but that's going to take a bit. Although, on the plus side, we do have a missionary working there, so that will become orthodox. We'll lose the... our religious unity penalty will go down, and our accepted... the proper faith should help us out a bit as well. But either way, one problem at a time. Hopefully they bounce back over in this direction, but it kind of is what it is. The siege of Trundalog is over. Excellent. Let's go ahead and crush these Norwegians. Let's send you over here. That should be fine. Alright, nice and easy. A couple of little victories will help out. Again, all of these 10 to 1s, that'll, they count the same towards our war score one way or the other. So there's no reason not to. In fact, yeah, we'll even go so far as to take a second one straight away. So let's see. I do have 5,000 troops, but not enough compared to our numbers. This should be fairly easy. We are at 30%. Soon to be a little bit more. Let's go ahead and, you know what, we'll send... Actually, when you guys make it to the next, we'll go ahead and split you into a second unit. And you can start sieging down this province here. Yeah, we'll just take these as we can, and we'll keep shuffling along. Slowly tightening the noose around them. Yeah, between Perm and us, I don't think that there's much that they can do. There is the rebels. They are defeated. Excellent. Let's take this back under our control. We don't need any rebels holding. Oh, and you know what? We've almost got 400 ducats. Good grief, that's a lot. Alright, let's go ahead and start investing again. Workshop 4.1 is solid. Taxation, we could also do the same thing, and I think that will be our best investment yet again. We could go for some more naval shipyards, but again, right now, I don't think that's particularly... Oh, you know what? Maybe we pick up one. That is an extra 2. That's not bad. Go ahead and take that one, and then we'll go ahead and spend the rest on churches. That'll do nicely. Alright, that will do very well. Alright, so what is going on with these guys? Not too much. That's all well and good. It's now 1500, so we do have to worry about colonialism spawning. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that through some of our subjects, or maybe even purchasing it from someone like England. Who knows? But that'll be fine. We've taken back our province. That is excellent. Let's go ahead and... Do we bounce back? All the way over here? Well, we have no more rebel factions for us to look at. Yeah, I see no downside. So let's just start going over here. We might loot all of that. That could be ideal. Oh, right. We also do have Hungary. So you know what? Let's peace out Hungary. Let's go ahead and send... Let's send our troops over here. Let's start working over there. These guys do have how many? 26,000 troops. Yeah, we need to consolidate our numbers a little bit. I feel like them splitting up is not going to be ideal. Yeah, that's 9,000 going into Mountain Fort. That is, ouch. That is not ideal. Yeah, they're dividing these armies up really nicely so they can get some good defensive fights, sorry. So that's not bad tactics on their end, but hopefully if we come by, we should be able to stomp them. Does look like they reinforced just enough, so they're now at 0%. That does give them an extra progress as well, which is really good. But we will have to see. Alright, so what have we got here? Army professionalism, lose, tradition. There'll be a bit of a change in our states as well with their loyalty. Okay, what do we think is going to be the most beneficial to us? Well, right now our army tradition is slowly ticking down. That wouldn't be bad to keep that nice and high. That does give us some extra siege ability. The boyars get some extra loyalty, manpower, manpower recovery speed, as well as recovery of morale is better, as well as better morale. It's not bad, but a little bit of professionalism is also not too bad either. That also lends us towards siege ability. Costs of mercenaries go down, land fire and shock damage go up. You know what? The supply depots and all of these the garrison refills and all of these things are really good abilities to have. I think we're actually going to go with the professionalism. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Losing 10 isn't ideal, but you know what? Could always be worse. So we'll let things be. Looks like we have some claims with Perm. Again, we're going to integrate them. Let's just go ahead and... You know what? The prestige would be nice. Prestige would be helpful, but they would lose some opinion. But you know what? I don't think that the opinion's going to matter by much. No, I think it's fairly insignificant. We're going to gain the prestige. Sorry, but not really that sorry. Yeah, it doesn't even affect our relations with them. That's perfectly fine. These guys have rebels. That's their problem to deal with. They'll be perfectly capable. Let's see. What else have we got? Anyone else we should be spying on? Probably Hungary at this point. So we will go ahead and do that. Anything else worth noting? We could go ahead and... Does this lower our war exhaustion? It does. We're sitting at 0.8. Okay, so you know, we'll leave it a little bit longer. We'll let it recoup in its own time. Manpower would be nice, but again, it's not like we're hurting, so we're fine leaving that where it is. It does seem like... Yeah, there are a few battles going on navally, which is good to see. Well, it's not always fantastic. It does look like Denmark has not got the stronger navy that I thought they had. And somehow Sweden has made their way into their capital, which is just fantastic. Alright, so either way, let's march you over here. Let's march you down over there. We'll make our way a little bit closer yet again. I think we have them pincered on some defensive terrain, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and... Oh, we're going to leave 1,000 men behind. We'll send them over here, and we'll take the 7 stack and we'll march them over there, just to reinforce our numbers. You, my friend, can go ahead and work your way to the fort. So that should be a complete and utter occupation there, which is fantastic. We do have a political crisis. I think legitimacy is what we will lose. That is something that we can at least earn back relatively easily. So, yeah, that's going to go. We're not losing the stability. That is so much harder for us to come back to. So, we'll leave that be. Conversion is successful, which is fantastic. Boosting up our patriarchal authority a little. And, yeah, our religious unity is back up to 82%, which is quite nice. Let's go ahead and... Oh boy, these ones are going to take us a long time to get. So let's just go with what we know we can. Yeah, we'll succeed where we can. That should be fine. Alright, so let's see. What else have we got? Denmark are trying to take back a few troops. That's fine. These guys are still marching in on that. We need you to arrive a little bit sooner. We're at 43%. We just basically need to peace out Hungary, and this will be all that we need. I think we can go and remove the steer trade. I think I'm happy with war reparations. All that we need is that 10 war score. Technically, they've won more battles, so that's not really helping us. But we'll take some occupations. They only have 19,000 troops. You know what? Let's march our way onto this fort there. Yeah. That'll be where we stay. Protestant Reformation has begun. Ooh, interesting. Yep, so yeah, we definitely do need to make this happen before the Age of Discovery is no more. That's certainly on the ticking down. Yeah, only 10 years to go. Good thing we started this war when we did. But in the meantime, it looks like we have built up some fire network on Oirat. Let's continue our claims. We are getting progressively more expensive, so we'll see. What have we got? Baraba for 4, or Var for 3, or Yugen for 3. Let's go with Var. Again, east is the direction we wish to travel, so that is what we will do. Yeah, definitely think we're fighting Nogai after this, which should be relatively alright. They've only got an ally to Gezikmuk. That should be easy enough to take out. They've got 29,000 men, but again, if we can pull in Poland, that'd be useful. We do have the numbers anyway, so it should be a guaranteed victory nonetheless. But, you know, every little bit does count. Alright, let's go ahead and take out the rest of these Norwegians. You guys will arrive on the 10th. You will be there on the 14th. That is fine. You will deal good enough as reinforcements. And that should be a flawless victory. Alright, there we go. Let you keep fighting. 43%. We're getting really close to that 65 that we need. Oh, and you know what? Where are you heading? Slightly south? You know what? That's fine. Let's go ahead and take our general. We'll go ahead and consolidate our ranks. The fact that they're routed means that they're going to have low morale anyway, so this should be a fairly instantaneous wipe. And there you have it. Norway has no troops whatsoever. Alright, so let's see. Suing for peace, 65. How many reasons? We need 60 more. It's certainly viable. We just have to make progress. In fact, I'm even willing to go ahead and barrage this fort. Yeah, let's make a breach there. We don't really need the military power too much at this stage, so if we can speed up this war, we can focus elsewhere, which is truly the ideal situation. It does look like Hungary have a couple of troops up over here on this fort, but again, it's not defensive terrain, so we're not going to try and take that back. I would rather just siege them down mainly and just get rid of them. In fact, we hold enough land, yeah, that should be enough for us to piece them out without having to worry about too much. So yeah, having these stronger numbers up here, certainly giving the AI the freedom to carpet siege on our behalf, which is fantastic. Alright, so let's kick it back up to speed 4. I don't think that there's too much we have to worry about there. Looks like... Oh, you know what? We should march our people over here. We can bump those ships out, make them a little bit weaker for whatever navy to catch them. Not to mention extra occupations are good. Come on, 14%. We need to catch up. Oh, and a gold rush? Oh, extra inflation though. That's not quite as ideal, but either way. We will take that. Let's go ahead and start spending our buckets of ducats. Taxation seems to be our most ideal. But you know what? We'll go with these workshops. We'll keep working on those. We don't really need any courthouses just yet. So this will have to be good enough. You know, yeah, let's go for an extra one as well. We should be fine. We're making 12 ducats a month, which is a solid amount of cash. Looks like they lost some progress on the siege. They've gone from 14 back down, so that is good. And we can now invest in a new idea. Alright, so that would be 10%. That would also give us missionary strength. yeah, sorry, 10% for our manpower from Truth Faith provinces. Extra tolerance of the Truth Faith and missionary strength would be fantastic. But let's see, how many years away are we? We are 4 years away from tech. Ooh. Well, it's going to be a little bit until colonialism penalty expands again. The question is, we could do this in about 4 years. We're not quite halfway there. I think we go ahead and we pick up the idea. I think it is something that we can manage, and it gives us some nice bonuses in the meantime, so that should be fine. So now we need colonialism for future advancements. Fair enough. We will deal with that. True Faith Power has kicking up our manpower now to 48,000. That is excellent. And that missionary strength is going to go a long way. Look at all of that. That is so much more attainable as we start converting things. Alright, that is excellent. So, let's see. Come on. We can just take this fort. That would be fantastic. These guys have somehow cheated their way back up to 42%. The jolly AI is fighting back. Means we must be doing fairly well if that's what they're getting. But the good news is it is only Poland, so it's nothing bad for us. It looks like Patriarch Estate is getting some extra loyalty, and we're getting bonus missionary strength. Religious zeal is fantastic. So now, what are we at? Down to 35 months. This is fantastic. Yeah, this is so very good. This is going to help stabilize our nation quite a decent amount. That is very nice. Alright, but either way, let's see who gets their fort first. Obviously, it's the AI, it seems. And we are... Oh, we got it at the same time. So you know what? We'll call it a tie. What have we got here? Base production, that would be nice. Or either base tax. Yeah, well... At the moment, we could probably deal with the burghers losing a little bit of loyalty. But that will give them more influence, which is not necessarily as good. I think we're going to go with the production. Yeah, that'll have to be... That'll be with what we've got. Let's go ahead and see if we can peace out Hungary now. That is 69% war score, which is very nice. We can go ahead and say... Yeah, we're not going to transfer their subjects there. Let's go ahead and say no more alliance with Denmark. And... let's see, what else could we do? No, we kind of actually don't want to destroy their alliances, because they are essentially the front line for Europe and the Ottomans, so let's keep them nice and strong in that regard. But we're going to go ahead and take other things instead. Let's say... what do we want? Good transfer... Oh, wait a second. Transfer trade power. Oh, you know what? We can now steer trade. That is acceptable. We still have some extra reasons. Let's go ahead and say... I don't know. No, we can't get rid of their rivalry. We can't really afford anything that costs us 10, so it's going to be something a little bit less. And I don't think that is a valid option, so we'll just have to call it there. We'll take the cash instead. Let's bring back our diplomat. In 16 days, we can peace on out, so that means we can now go ahead and focus on these guys. Yeah, that's not going to be too bad. This should be relatively easy. In fact, with the amount of war score we have, I don't think it's even going to be necessary for us to siege down more. So let's set that demand. That should be as good as we can get. In fact, can we go even higher? Not quite. Hang on a second. 4 reasons. Nope. Alright, that'll have to do. Say goodbye to Hungary. Now we're up to 93%. That is excellent. Let's wait to get our diplomat back. We also got discovered, so we'll recall him. And I think we now... where do we find our army? There we are. Let's start marching our way back to Nogai. Yeah, we don't have any rebel factions to really worry about, but we do want to start fighting these fellows so we can fight Oirat and work our way across there. So I think that should be fine. And we don't even have anything to call because we are handing it off to our vassal, which is fantastic. So either way, let's go ahead and take... I don't know, we'll go with the aggressive expansion impact. That'll do. We're not going to get much use out of this. but every little bit will help. We'll call you guys back to base, and as soon as we have a diplomat, let's go ahead and call this war there. So, treaty-wise, we now have... Yeah, Norway will stop being a subject of Denmark and become a subject of Muscovy. Hold on a second. Norway will become a... Looks like maybe they have a little bit of extra. What is this? How does that work? Does Norway have land all the way up here? Oh, they do. That is kind of peculiar. It costs us a whole stack extra. I don't know why this is appearing. So, yeah, we can't... But we'll take this, because that's what we want. I don't think it's... total of 46 prestige will go between us and... Yeah, Denmark loses some. That is 93%. I don't know what's changing here. Kind of a little bit awkward. Oh wow, that could also start a rather solid coalition against us. That being said though, if we fight No-Go fairly quickly, that won't be an issue. Kazan obviously isn't an issue. Denmark can't join. The Great Horde possibly could, but again, so what? Dithmarschen, Mecklenburg, Brandenburg. We have truce with Brandenburg, so again, they're not an issue. Yeah, you know what? All of those people are going to disappear pretty much at the end of the year, so that's not a problem. Let's go ahead and so this is what we're going for. We could possibly take the fact that this costs 0 war score kind of seems a little bit skewy with and whatever else. So you know what? I'm going to quickly pause things here for a second, and I'm going to have a quick look online and see if a wiki or something has any information, and see if I can make a more informed decision. Alright, we'll peace out in a second. Alright, well, we are back. So, turns out I had a bit of a look. I'm not really 100% sure, but it seems like you can pay essentially like the other half. I don't think it really does too much, except it's obviously making people rather happy. They will owe us a favor. I don't think the Diplo is really worth it, and I think we also get the penalty over again for force subjugating them. So we're not going to do that. We're going to pay the minimal amount necessary. Obviously a little bit better. This is 60 aggressive expansion, which is fine, and the coalition is now a little bit smaller. Yeah, we could definitely do it. The prestige would be nice, but at the same time too, it's jolly ridiculous. And if you look at it, we only get 10 prestige, so it's certainly not worth it in my opinion. So we're going to leave that there. That is perfectly fine. I don't think that there is the Palatinate. You know, technically we could steal them too, but we're not going to do that. I don't see that being of any particular benefit. We can go ahead and tell them to give up some claims, but we're not going to. We're going to go for war reparations. War reparations is good, and then cash-wise, how does this go? We will gain about 25%. So you know what? That's not too bad, and we don't need to fight these guys for a long time. So I'll take what money we can get our hands on. But at the end of the day, it's those war reparations that are going to really count. I don't think we need to worry about anything else. That should be fine. I do see... Yeah, revoking Gotland. I don't think that that is an option. No, I don't think that is. And we can't force religion or anything like that. So this shall be with what we are going. Let's go ahead and hit that button. And there we have it. We now have a generous little friend. We have lost our ability to humiliate, to rival them. It looks like we are now just a little bit. No? Either way, I'm guessing we're probably going to have beaten them too much. We will go ahead and quickly go ahead and make sure that we go ahead and... You know, we might even designate Norway as a march. I don't see us integrating these guys for a while, but that could give us a little bit of extra opinion. But for now, let's go ahead and we will improve relation with them. That will be a necessity, as we do not want to lose our control of them anytime soon. But either way, that is where we'll call it for today. We'll head over towards Nogai in the next one. We'll spend as little administrative power though, because we do need to start picking up some technology, and that production efficiency looks rather nice. So either way, if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.